Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man J.O., the 5'10 backup power forward. Back with a special episode, man. Episode number 3. I got a special guest on today's episode, man. Up and coming YouTube sensation. Yes, I said that he's going to be an up and coming YouTube sensation on that Madden level. I got my man calling in Darol Dewey on the phone, aka Maturin Quietly.
What's up, man? How y'all doing? Excited to be here, man. Thank you for this opportunity, man. I'm excited to be here today.
No, thank you, man. So, talk to me, man. Talk to the people. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you're doing.
All right, man. So, of course, like you said, man, Darol Dewey, aka Maturin Quietly, man. I do my YouTube thing. You know, I started on YouTube probably like a year ago, man. And to be honest with you, if somebody would ask me a year ago, where would I see myself on YouTube? I wouldn't think I'd be here, man. I'm close to 550 subs, man. And that's a blessing in itself. I don't know why people listen to me, but they do. They watch my videos, man. I just try to entertain, man, and glorify God through doing all that. I'm a big video game guy, big sports guy, man. So I just have fun with it.
Absolutely. Tell it from your voice, man. I don't know if they could tell, but you're from the South, right?
Oh yeah, man. From Zach, Louisiana.
Louisiana. All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and get this episode started, man. We're going to start off the way we start off all the episodes. Start off with 2 icebreakers. So number 1 icebreaker, just to get you comfortable. What's your favorite drink and what's your favorite restaurant in Louisiana?
All right, so favorite drink, man. I'm going to have to go. I got to go favorite drink. I'm a big Fanta guy, so I like Fanta. Pineapple, Fanta peach. I'm a big Fanta guy. And then if I go to a restaurant, I like my steaks, man. So I like Outback, man. Outback right now. Now I'm gonna tell you. They just opened. It should be open soon. A Longhorn Steakhouse. So I gotta check them out, man. Cause I know, me and my wife got married last year, and on our honeymoon we went to Longhorn, and they got some good food, man. So I'm gonna check them out, But Outback is where it's at right now.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a big steak guy. I think steak is super overrated. I've just never been a steak guy.
Man, I like my steaks, man. I love me and my wife, man. We love our steaks. Now, I will say this though, when it comes to the eating part, we're trying to eat a little healthier. So I might have to start cutting them out a little bit. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Man, I know all about what you're talking about with the diet and working out. My trainer see me 2-3 days a week, and he whoops my ass every day.
That's rough, man.
All right, so we're going to move to the next icebreaker. And this is going to be my new favorite question because I just got a feeling that most people are going to say the same thing. But if you had 100 mil, what's the first thing you would buy?
100 mil was the first thing I would buy. All right, so I feel like the generic answer would be buy my parents a house. That's the generic answer. You feel me?
Exactly.
That's the generic answer. I wouldn't buy a car or nothing like that. Man, I'm gonna go with that. My parents' house because they deserve it, man. Because I wouldn't be here today without them. So they definitely deserve it. So if I had 100 mil, the first thing I would buy definitely my parents' house.
That's admirable. I mean, that's respectable. See, I'm on the different end of the spectrum. If I had 100 mil, the first thing I'm going to buy is either an Ostrich or I'm going to go buy that red leather suit that Eddie Murphy had on in that Raw. The special that he had on the comedy special.
And I know what you're talking about. Hey, that was a fire red suit too, man. That was a fire red suit.
You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to be riding on my Ostrich like Donkey Kong with my red suit on, all in traffic.
I can't even be mad at that, man. Because that red suit, I'm telling you, man, it's not too many like it. And I feel like you can pull that off, big dog. I feel like you can pull that off.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't rock the purple one, but just the red one, though.
Nah, we're gonna let you do the red one, man. The red one, I'm telling you, you'll turn some heads to that red one.
I'm sure I will. A lot of people are like, what is this fool doing?
Hey, you'll turn some heads to that red one, man. We'll be walking in the mall or something. Everybody be looking like, man, what this dude doing in the mall with a red suit on, man? Hey.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump in, man. What's behind the name, man, on with the YouTube name, Maturin Quietly? What's that about?
All right, man. So I get this question a good bit. People ask me how I came out with that name. It started on Instagram. like years back, man. Because at one point, I was just thinking like people got their own unique names when it comes to social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, I got to think of something that describes me down to the T, like that describes me who I am. And just I was thinking and thinking, and it just popped up, Maturin Quietly, and I was like, I like that. So man, when it popped up, I used it, and ever since then, it just stuck. And a lot of people told me in the beginning, like, Maturin Quietly, what that even mean? I don't like that. To me, I'm like, I know what it means. I know what it stands for. So it stuck, man. I like it.
I would definitely respect it. I mean, I wouldn't think anybody on Instagram would have anything about maturing, especially a couple years ago. But no, that's definitely a dope name. When it caught my attention, I'm like, Maturin Quietly. I'm like, I can get with that. That's a pretty straight name.
It's unique, man, because like you say, you don't hit. Not too many people have the word maturing in their name. It's a unique name, and like I said, it describes me because every day I'm on a journey to get better, man, to grow, no matter what aspect of my life is in. Every day I'm trying to grow, get better at something. So that word maturing, man, that's that word for me. That's my word. I like that word.
Okay. So you was hitting me up saying, man, I can get on, talk these sports, talk this football, talk this basketball. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and I want you to answer. I already know what this first answer is going to be. I'm not a fan of it, but what's your favorite NFL team?
Gotta go with the Denver Broncos, man. See, you're not a fan of it, man, because you on that other end. You over there in Oakland, man. You just I don't even see how we see eye to eye, man. Because you over there in Oakland, and I'm right here in Denver, and I'm like, I ain't never really met an Oakland Raider fan before, man. I think I met one Oakland Raider fan my whole life.
And he's probably the second coolest person of all time.
Nah, man, Denver, I've been rocking with them since, man, it was the 97 season, but it was the 98 Super Bowl when they played Green Bay.
Yep.
And that was the first game I ever really sat down and watched, and then watching John Elway, in that last drive, get helicoptered when he was trying to run to the end zone, he got hit, got spun around. Man, that's the first game I ever watched fully. And then Denver won, so I was like, you know what? That's my team, man. So I stuck with them ever since.
Man, I'm going to say this. As a Raiders fan, the Denver Broncos are ass. But
I respect that, though. I respect that. I'm not mad at that. And I respect that. Because it's just a rivalry, man. It's a rivalry. We don't like Oakland. Oakland don't like Denver. And it's the same thing if you talk to a Kansas City Chiefs fan. They don't like Denver. They definitely don't like Oakland. That's like the biggest rivalry in the West, AFC West, I think, when it comes to Oakland and Kansas City. And the same thing with the Chargers. I think that's our biggest. Phillip Rivers always does something to Denver, man. When he see Denver on the other sideline, Phillip Rivers just turn up. I feel like he do it to us every year.
Well, I'm gonna be fair. If I call the Broncos ass, Chargers fans, the Chargers are ass, and you Kansas City Chiefs fans, the Chiefs are ass. So I want everybody to know I'm an equal person when it comes to my team. I give it out equally to all y'all teams.
That's fair, man. I like that. That's fair.
So since you're a Broncos fan, come on, tell me some of your favorite players, man, from back in the day for the Broncos or from any team.
All right, so if we go with the Broncos, man, I grew up Shannon Sharp, man, Terrell Davis, John Elway, Rod Smith, Steve Atwater, Ed McCaffrey, recent, Champ Bailey when he came. It's a lot of players, man. We got a rich history of players, man. So I don't know if you're gonna ask me the question. My favorite NFL player of all time, right? That's you're gonna ask that question, right?
Beat me to the punch, but go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you the answer, right? So although I'm a Broncos fan and I just named all those great Broncos, my favorite player, if I had to pick one, it gotta be Michael Vick, man. It gotta be. Because Michael Vick came into the league, man, he revolutionized everything. Like nobody ever seen anything like Michael Vick before. And man, I remember, being a young kid watching Vick going out to the backyard, the front yard, trying to make plays like he'll make. It gotta be Michael Vick.
Oh, definitely. Before he got into that situation, and we not even gonna speak on, but I think everybody was a Michael Vick fan. I even got the Vick Nikes in the closet right now. I just put them back in there. I was in the mall and somebody was like, "Man, are those the Vicks?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Man, I ain't seen those in forever."
Yeah, they classic.
Absolutely. So who you liking today in this NFL? Who you rolling with today?
Well, so I'm a quarterback guy. So I say my favorite player today got to be Deshaun Watson. It hurt me when he got hurt last year, man. When he tore his ACL last year because he was lighting the league on fire. But if I had to pick a player today, it'd definitely be Deshaun Watson.
Oh man, it didn't only hurt you; it hurt me too because I had DeAndre Hopkins in fantasy, and after that Seattle game,
Yeah.
he had them 200 yards, and I was talking crazy. It actually is funny. My producer Beth from the show, she's the GM of the commissioner. I'm sorry, the commissioner of our fantasy football league, and she traded me DeAndre Hopkins, and I was able to keep him. So I've been talking big noise about that. But I mean, the year before last, she won everything because of my really bad trades that I made.
Right.
So I was
See,
able
with
to
the,
get
with
DeAndre
fantasy
Hopkins.
football, I play, but I'm like, it's like every year injuries, man. And I was talking to a coworker yesterday about fantasy football. I'm like, dog, I could draft the best team I feel like I can get, and then throughout the season, injuries just hit my whole team. Or like you said, I might make a crazy trade, or that I think will work, and then it end up don't working. So fantasy, man, it's tough for me, man. It's tough.
Oh, it's tough for everybody. I had the same thing. I had the best team, but I lost in a championship game this past year because Todd Gurley went off.
Yeah, he did, man. Ty Gurley
So
was an animal at the end of the season, man.
absolutely. So how you feel about that Broncos draft though?
I love the Chubb pick to go on the other side of Von Miller because we need that pass rush. We can't just depend all on Von Miller because he's just one guy. He's a great player, but he's still just one guy. If you go back to the Super Bowl year we had, Super Bowl 50 a couple years ago, we had a pass rush. Von Miller was playing out of his mind, but we had another guy on the other side that was helping him out. So I like that pick. I didn't really follow the rest of the picks because this is what I was looking for in the draft. I either wanted us to go with a quarterback or get a playmaker. So all the experts was talking, the Broncos might get Josh Allen. I didn't want Josh Allen.
No.
I wanted Baker Mayfield to come to Denver. But I wasn't mad when he went to Cleveland because I felt like, me personally, that he was the best quarterback in the draft anyway. So I wasn't mad that he went to Cleveland, but I didn't want Denver to get Josh Allen. So when we got Chubb, that showed me, okay, they're trying to rebuild the defense, and that's been our strong suit. That's our strong point in our team. Defense, that's where we win games at. And we showed them we won the Super Bowl a few years ago against Carolina. They boxed Cam up all game. That's a big pick for us.
Oh yeah, I like y'all second round pick, Cortland Sutton out of SMU.
Yeah,
I like him. I like him a lot. I think with Sanders and Thomas out there, you put him as your third receiver. Probably move Sanders into the slot.
Right. But see,
I like that.
Demaryius Thomas, man, I'm not sure. Demaryius Thomas is one of those guys. He's a great player. I love Demaryius Thomas, but I feel like he disappears sometimes in games. Like you'll go a game, maybe 2 or 3 quarters, you're like, dang, I didn't even know Demaryius Thomas was still on the field because he kind of disappears. So I need him to. Someone's got to light a fire under Demaryius Thomas, man. He got to be back to that guy he was when Peyton Manning was throwing on the ball. I need that guy back.
Yeah, I mean, that's speaking of Peyton Manning. I'm surprised y'all didn't go quarterback. Looking at y'all team, I know y'all got Case Keenum now, but I guess they still banking on some potential out of Paxton Lynch.
He's had his chances, but he's just not. He hasn't taken advantage of them. He started a game. Speaking of Oakland, he started a game in Oakland. What that was last season, a couple seasons ago, and it just I don't see it out of Paxton. I didn't see it coming out of college. Yeah. But John Elway making decisions. I guess he thought he saw something in him, and he tried it. But he tried the same thing with Brock Osweiler too. Brock did his thing when Peyton, was struggling. He had his whatever. Brock went 5-2 for us, which that's good. But since then, we all know what Brock Osweiler is. We know what kind of quarterback he is. He's not a starter. So I didn't want him to go back with that same prototypical type quarterback. If we was going to take one, I would rather them get Baker Mayfield, who I saw in college. He's a winner. He wins games. He makes plays. He plays with that fire. Now, he does, like everybody say, he has his red flags, as everybody say. But I feel like that having that guy at quarterback for Denver would have made a big difference. But we didn't get him. He went to Cleveland. But I'm not mad with that Chubb pick.
Yeah, you can't be mad. I mean, a lot of people, man, get mad about picks, and these guys haven't even stepped on the field for their teams yet. So
we haven't seen anything yet. We don't know who's going to pan out, man. We never know.
Exactly. But you played quarterback in high school, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what? Watching your videos on YouTube, I can tell that you played because when you on offense and you break it down and everything, I'm like, I can hear that, I can see that. And by me formerly playing defense, I'm hearing you talking. I'm like, nah, that's wrong. Just throw the ball. Do this. But you do know what you're talking about. I mean, I can't even be mad. I be watching your videos. I'm like, dang, Now, the only issue that I have about, you doing the Madden things is that you won't play me.
What? I haven't formally been challenged by you, so I can't play you if I didn't know you wanted to
Come
play
on.
me, man. We can get the game, man.
The only bad part is you on the Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy.
That's true. That's true, man. That's true.
I might have to hit up EA. EA, send my man
yeah, we're gonna have to make something shake, man. Either. All right. So this how we can do this, man. So of course, Madden 19 is right around the corner. What we can do for the people, right? We can set up a game when Madden 19 drop, because Madden 18 pretty much done. I'm just pumping out content. Waiting for Madden 19 to come out. When Madden 19 comes, we can put this together, man. A big game. It could be big, man.
I'm for it. And you know what's funny is I've been telling other basketball podcasters that we need to get a NBA 2K podcasters league. And so a lot of them feeling it, man. So I'm definitely down to play you. I'm giving out L's all day.
I love that confidence, bro. I love confident people when I play against them, because I'm all about respect though. So if we play, I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm the humblest, the quietest, the most respectful guy you'll probably meet. But when the competition is into the room, it's a different story, man. I respect all my opponents. I'm gonna respect you. But you say you're handing out L's, you're gonna have to show me something, man. You got to show me something.
The proof is gonna be in the pudding. It's gonna be in the. So we gonna make that happen for everybody, man. Madden 19 when it come out, we gonna make that happen.
That's gonna have to be when it first dropped too. When we both still trying to get used to the game, when it's still fresh to us, we gotta play it in.
I've been playing Madden for a long time. I ain't gonna tell because I don't want to tell my age. But I go back with the Madden. So, but it is an adjustment period that you gotta have with Madden, especially for the frustrating times. But before we jump to this next topic, that's a good way to segment into if you could change or add one feature to Madden, what would you add or change?
If I can add or change one feature to Madden, that's a good one. Right now, man, Madden is pretty. It's really all of a mud. It's a mud thing right now. So everybody's on mud. Mud is the hot thing right now in Madden. Yeah. And really, it's hard to be competitive in it. If you don't want to grind it, it's hard to be competitive because a lot of people just buy packs, and get the best teams and then run with it. I feel like they need to add something on the other like on the online rank spectrum or the connected franchise to kind of boost those, modes back up. Because at one point, those were the key modes that everybody played. You either played online rank or you play franchise. Right. So I don't have a specific mode or feature right now, but I feel like they need to focus a little bit more on those two aspects of the game. Still do their mud thing, because I know that's their cash cow. That's where their money come from. But I feel like they need to kind of focus a little bit more on those two modes, and because a lot of people, that's what they go to. You got a lot of mud players, but you got a lot of people that enjoy connected franchise and online rank like myself. So I feel like should be the next step in Madden, focusing on the basics, I guess you can say.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I am a franchise player on Madden, and I feel like it needs to be a little bit more in-depth.
Yeah, because it's an afterthought right now. It's kind of like they say they might add like one small feature, then they present it like it's something brand new, but it's kind of, they need to juice it up a little more,
Understand. Definitely. I agree. Now, kind of pushing away the football side, we got these NBA playoffs going on.
Right. And
I tweeted out yesterday, and for those of y'all who don't know, today is Saturday up early in the morning, like 10:45 in the morning. But I tweeted out yesterday that everybody was kind of talking noise about the Houston Rockets losing one game to Utah.
Yeah, they shut everybody up yesterday, didn't they?
Absolutely. And you was dropping them gems on my Twitter, man. If y'all can get a chance, go check that out at Oden2218 on Twitter. That's ODEN 2218 on Twitter. Go check it out. But we was talking about LeBron possibly going to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to steal your thunder, but go ahead and let the people know what you thought about that.
So when it comes to LeBron and Houston, man, I feel like, me personally, LeBron is a great player. We all know that. That doesn't have to be said. But you also have on that Houston team, you got James Harden, you got Chris Paul, you got all those great role players that they had. If LeBron decides, you know what, I want to go to Houston to help those guys win a championship. Now that's barring they don't win one this year. Because I feel like if they win a championship this year, they're not going for LeBron. That's how I feel. if they don't win a championship this year, and LeBron's like, okay, I want to go to Houston, man, they're going to have to give up guys like Capella might have to go, Gordon might have to go, Trevor Ariza might have to go. You made a great point. Gerald Green balling, he might have to. So you're losing a lot of depth when it comes to your bench players, your shooters, because that's all Houston they really had. They got shooters, man. Houston shoots the three better than any team. Them and Golden State, man. They shoot some threes. So I feel like if you add LeBron to Houston, for one, you're going to lack depth because you got to let a lot of people go. And for two, I don't know how him and James Harden are mesh, man, because we all know James Harden he's done a better job this year because he got CP3 next to him. But James Harden is one of those ball-dominant guys that we have in the league. You got James Harden ball-dominant. LeBron can be ball-dominant. You got like Russell Westbrook, guys like that, to where they got to have the ball in their hand to make plays. And I feel like if you add LeBron to that, I feel like they might lose their identity a little bit because now they're going to think, okay, so who should bring the ball up the court this time? Should it be Chris, LeBron, or James Harden? I feel like they might clash a little bit. I don't see it working, man. I don't think they need them, to be honest with you. They got a great team now. I don't think they need them.
Oh, I definitely agree. I'm a Capella guy. I think Capella's probably the most underrated player in the NBA. He don't get the respect he deserves because
big last night. He had 4 blocks yesterday, man. That's big. That's big. Yep. And I saw a stat. So I was watching ESPN. I saw a stat. I'm still in their stat. They had a stat to where when Capella has 3 or more blocks, they 23-0. And last night he had 4, and you saw they blew out Utah. That was a great stat. When it comes to stats, I pay attention to them, but that's not the end-all, be-all. But that was a great stat that I saw on ESPN.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the man offensively and defensively gets stuff done. I mean, he's a free agent, a restricted free agent coming up. I know Chris Paul's a free agent coming up. Gerald Green earned himself another contract, whether it's with Houston or not. Like, I like LeBron. I don't think you blow up your team to get a guy who's about to be 34 years old, even if it is LeBron. I love LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan, but I just don't think that you blow up your team if you had the number 1 record in the NBA this past season, number 1 seed overall, and you just don't blow up your team and try to go get a player like that.
Right, because I feel like it ain't broke. It's not broke, don't fix it. Y'all have a great team. Y'all won 65 games this year. You don't need LeBron.
Absolutely. So with that being said, you seem like you know your basketball. We talked a couple of times about basketball. What's your top 5 all-time players? Your top 5. You don't even have to put them in order if you don't want to. I mean,
we're not gonna put them. But see, I'm not gonna put them in order. I might try. Let's see. All right. So at 1 and 2, you already know it's interchangeable. Now, whoever you pick, that's your preference. It don't matter. But to me, your top 2 gonna be LeBron and Jordan. That's your top 2. Gotta be. But then after LeBron and Jordan, man, you know who I don't feel like getting enough credit?
Please don't say Kobe. Please don't say
Kobe. I feel like I don't get enough credit, man. It gotta be. You don't think Kobe get credit?
I think he get too much credit sometimes.
You think Kobe get too much credit? Why you say that, man?
Like, I know a lot of people are gonna say, man, he won what did he win? 3 rings with Shaq. But Kobe always played on really good teams. If you would go back and look, even the 2 he won without Shaq, you got Bynum, Gasol, Oden.
They had a great team.
Always had great teams. But I mean, Kobe did his thing. To score 81 points in a game, Kobe did his thing. But I just think that sometimes, like, you look, most people just look at numbers. But if you look at the totality of his whole career, and Kobe took some L's, especially those air balls back in the day against Utah when he was young. I know people like to give passes on that.
Yeah, we can't pass up the 3-1 series lead he had against Phoenix that one year and, let them come back on that. We're not going to talk about that, though.
Oh, yeah, that's always forgotten. But it's just like, man, like, I respect Kobe. I think, like I said on another episode, I think Kobe is a top 10 all-time player. Right. I just don't think he's top 5 worthy.
And the reason, I guess I'll put it like this. The reason I would put Kobe, he got that killer. You know how Jordan had that killer instinct then. Kobe had that same killer instinct. Reason being, I feel like Kobe took a lot of what Jordan did and brought it to his game. So that's why if you watch Kobe and Jordan, they look like kind of like the same flip. The fadeaways, different things that Kobe do, he got that from Jordan. And I like the killer instinct. So LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. I don't want to go guard heavy because I didn't grow up watching Jordan. I just know of Jordan. That makes sense. Yeah, so I know Jordan is great, but I didn't get to watch Jordan. I got to watch LeBron. I got to watch Kobe. I got to watch Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, when you talk about all-time great, now for his size, you got to give him best pound-for-pound player out there, man. Allen Iverson was a pit bull on the court, man. He'll go out there. He'll drop you 60 on any given night. So Allen Iverson got to be in my top 5, but I don't want to go too guard heavy. So I got to get a big man in that scene, like, huh? I'm gonna put a big man out. Shaq was dominant. Shaq was dominant. I gotta put Shaq up there. It's tough to pick like 5 players all the time. That's tough, man. I'm leaving out some players that I know are great, but when you gotta just pick 5, it's tough.
Absolutely. And that's what people don't understand. That picking 5 great players is really, really difficult. Me personally, I didn't realize how great Larry Bird was until
Yeah,
I actually watched that Lakers versus Celtics 30 for 30. It was like a couple days long. And one
yeah.
of my homies, Chris, he had hit me, was like, man, Bird was the truth. And I'm like, what you talking about? And, we was talking basketball via text. And then he's like, watch the Lakers versus Celtics. And I looked at him, I'm like, man, Bird was a dog.
Yeah, he was a beast, man. And see, Bird, I didn't get to watch because, of course, I probably wasn't even born when Bird was out there balling like that.
Same
But
here.
so Bird, you got Magic that was balling. Didn't get to watch Magic, of course. You got Kareem. Didn't get to watch Kareem. Wilt Chamberlain. Who else? Dr. J. Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boy Pistons. Man, you got a lot of great players out there.
I guarantee that my producer Beth is smiling because she's a Pistons fan.
Hey,
And
man.
anytime you mention the Pistons, she go nuts for it.
I done heard a lot about those Bad Boys Pistons. I didn't watch them, of course, because I wasn't able to. But I done heard a lot about those Bad Boy Pistons, man.
All right, so we got your top 5, or you gonna keep Iverson in there?
I gotta put AI in there, man. I gotta put AI in there. But it's tough, man. It's tough because like I just named all those great players, man, and then you still got some from recent memory that's great players. But when you can only pick 5, man, there's only 5 you can pick. This is my opinion, though. Everybody got their different top 5, so this is just me. I'm not saying this concrete set in stone. But that's just my top 5.
Okay. I like that. I'm not mad at it. Like you said, that's your top 5.
Right.
I like the fact that the first name that you came with was LeBron. But I mean,
I love, one thing about basketball debate. I love the LeBron. You'll never see a grown man get more passionate when you're talking about LeBron and Jordan. Man, that starts some fights right there. That starts some fights when we talk about LeBron and Jordan.
Man, I've almost been in a couple.
I'm telling you, man. And to me, it's all opinion. It's opinions because you can come up with facts and numbers to support LeBron. LeBron is the greatest all-around player to ever play the game. We know that. But you can also come up with your Jordan facts. Jordan, 6-0 in the finals, 6 finals MVP. We know that. But it's really just opinion based. Who do you like? Who do you like? So I don't take it personal because if somebody tell me, oh, LeBron better than Jordan, okay, that's your opinion. Cool. Or you say Jordan better than LeBron, that's your opinion. Cool. But it's fun hearing people debate that, though. That's fun.
LeBron, in my opinion, is number 1. I got Jordan at 2. At 3, it was tough, but I got Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
At 4, that was like, man, who do I go with? But I went with Magic Johnson at 4. Another guy played on some really good teams too, but we not gonna knock him on that. And at 5, it was a toss up, man. Like I could have went Tim Duncan, if you depending on how you look at it as far as the rings and how rings go. But my number was Bill Russell.
I like Bill Russell. So I see. Okay, so I like. You got 11 rings, man. You can't beat 11 rings. It is what it is. All right, so you got Bill Russell and Wilt. I'm gonna ask you this. So why Bill Russell and Wilt over Kareem?
Just personal. What I look at too is your what's the word I'm looking for? Contributions to the game.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
And I don't think not one player has made more of a contribution than Bill Russell.
Right.
And Bill Russell got rings as a player, as a coach, and growing up in the era that he grew up, I watched and not to get too sensitive and sappy and stuff, but I watched a documentary. I'm big on watching documentaries, but I watched the documentary with Bill Russell, and he said something that caught my attention. He said one time his dad came to watch him play when he was playing in Boston, and the coach at the time, Red Auerbach, came over and Bill introduced his dad. And Red Auerbach said, Mr. Russell, it's so nice to meet you, pleasure to meet you. The thing that shook Bill Russell's dad the most was that was the first time Caucasian man ever called him Mr. Russell.
Right.
And that just shook me beyond belief. I'm like, wow, like that's crazy. And like LeBron growing up coming up through the NBA with the social media era.
Yeah.
You got like Bill Russell, who grew up and came up, even Will Chamberlain too, in the segregation era.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes I'm like, man, the pressure, you know, like that's why I always say LeBron is the GOAT for me, because of the pressure he had to endure coming up, at being on magazines, being number one pick, being picked in your hometown. It's just a lot of pressure and things that go along with that. And for Bill Russell to still be out here as this all-time great man, not only player, but as community activist, I gotta have him.
Yeah, I like that.
Same thing with Wilt. Wilt was out there too. You know, Wilt made like the Playboy lifestyle cool. You know, Wilt was smooth, and trust me, I ain't old enough to see Wilt or Bill Russell play. For those of y'all who gonna crack them jokes and say I'm that old, I'm not. It's just, you know, I think contribution to the game as a whole has to matter, and you know, and a lot of people don't understand it. I think Jordan said this, like he left his last All-Star game. He said he felt like he left the NBA in great hands, and that's major. It's like how you lead the NBA better than you found it, and that's with anything.
Right, I like that, because when LeBron hang it up, man, LeBron can say the same thing, man. Because LeBron, when he hang it up, he gonna have a lot of those records, man. A lot of those numbers. That's why I can say, man, you can have LeBron and Jordan 1 and 2 interchangeable, man, because it's not a wrong answer either way.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just how you feel. Like one thing I do though, when I talk about LeBron and Jordan, because I don't talk about it with anybody and everybody, I look at people's shoes, and if you got on a pair of Jordans, I already know that there's no chance that you about to say LeBron is better than Jordan if you rocking a pair of mics. So that's why I just be like, oh, you got on Jordans? Nah, we not even gonna have this conversation, big dog.
Because you already know what they expect.
Exactly.
You know, so, yeah, I get that.
All right, so now we're gonna shift into this rapid fire. I'm sorry, I'm getting my voice back. I'm going through a little cold. I'm going in and out with my voice, but we're gonna go through this rapid fire.
I'm gonna pray for that cold, man. I'm gonna pray for that.
Appreciate it. I'll ask you a bunch of questions, and just so your fans and my subscribers and your people can all just get to know you a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna start off with number 1: NFL 2K or Madden. Which one would you pick?
I got 2K on that one.
Ooh,
I got 2K on that one. 2K. I'm one of those small percentage of people, maybe, because it might be more. I don't know. When it comes to 2K football, it was so ahead of its time with the animations they had, the halftime show. You had ESPN Sports Center at the end of every week. They show highlights. That was big for me when I was a young kid coming up playing video games. So I got to go with 2K on that.
Okay, here we go with the next one. Well, Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour?
I'm gonna go Nike.
My man.
Because I actually got on a Nike pullover right now, so Nike, yeah.
I mean, listen, Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour, if y'all ever want to become a sponsor, hey, I'll wear whichever one of y'all coming with them.
I hear that. I ain't knocking either one.
All right, since you from Louisiana, Cash Money or No Limit?
Ooh. We talking, Cash Money and No Limit. Man, they both was big. Because I like Wayne. You know, I'm going to go Cash Money.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I mean, in my opinion, there's really no wrong answer for that.
Yeah, right. But I'm gonna go Cash. That's my preference. I grew up listening to more Cash Money than I did No Limit. Yeah.
I got you. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
You said dogs?
Yeah, I gotta go dogs on that one, man.
Okay, the next one, DC or Marvel?
Marvel, man. I went and saw Infinity War the other day. Man, that movie, man. If you haven't seen that movie. And Marv, I'm doing y'all, a little, if you haven't seen that movie, that's a big movie, man. Did you see Black Panther? I'm sure. Did you see Black Panther?
Everybody finna laugh at me. I have not seen it. I know the Blu-ray come out in a couple days. I'm gonna pick it up.
I gotta snatch that up too. I gotta snatch that up.
I didn't see it, but I did see the Avengers: Infinity War. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I haven't been big on like the whole series because all the movies lead up to each movie. I haven't seen a lot of the movies. I saw all the Iron Mans 1 through 3, so I did see all that. Guardians of the Galaxy, I only saw like one of those. Spider-Man: Homecoming, I just saw that the other day. So I done watched a few of them. But Black Panther and the Infinity War, that's 2 great movies, man. If you haven't seen either one of them, you gotta go check them out. Absolutely.
That Infinity War was great. I kind of want to go see it one more time.
I went and saw Black Panther twice. So, hey, I wouldn't be mad at you.
All right, next question. And this one, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of weird at the same time. But we gonna go with it. When you fart, do you laugh?
When I fart, do I laugh?
That's a yes, because you just laughed.
I did. Yeah. A lot of times, man, it really depends on who I'm around. Because me and my wife, bro, we goofy, right? So me and her, we go back and forth with that all day. So yeah, definitely.
All right. So last question. If you can play Madden with anybody, who would it be?
If I could play Madden with anybody, who would it be? I gotta go. Man, that's a good one. I gotta go because I hear you got a good Madden game. If I could play Madden against one person, it gotta be Mav, man. It gotta be Mav. I've seen a lot of Mav videos when it comes to Madden. It gotta be Mav, man, because I feel like that'll be one of the most entertaining games I've ever been a part of in my life. One of them. I've been a part of a good bit. I'm gonna be a part of a lot more. But Mav, that'll be a good one.
We're gonna have to hit Mav up on Twitter and get him to make that happen.
Mav, if you're listening, man, we gotta get that game in, Mav. Come on.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I got one more question, and this one just surfaced. If you can hang out with one person or one celebrity, if you could just hang out for a day with one celebrity, who would it be?
It gotta be Lecrae, man. It gotta be Lecrae. I'm a big Cray fan. So if I had a chance to hang out with one celebrity, yeah, Lecrae.
See, we both gonna stay in the music industry. Like I'm not answering the other questions, but I'm gonna answer this one because I texted a couple friends and I text my brother and I told him like, man, if I ever make it and be successful, I want to hang out with Stevie J.
Stevie J. Okay. I can see that, Stevie J. Stevie J, you're a trip, man. You're a trip.
Hey, I want to hang out with Stevie for just one day.
On 11 Hip Hop series, that whole series of him, and he had his own show with what's Jocelyn? That's her name, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't too big on it, but the little bit that I did see of Stevie J, yeah, you're a trip, man.
Man, so Stevie, if you ever listen to this, and if I ever make it, hey, we hanging out, bro.
Yeah, that's big. And Cray, hey, I'm gonna hit Cray up. Cray, we gotta hang out or something. I'm gonna have to save up some money, come to you, or you can come to me. Or something gonna have to happen too. I'm gonna have to, hit me up, man. I'm gonna hit you up. And I need your answer.
All right, so before we wrap this episode up, man, tell the people what you got going on, how they can get in contact with you.
If you want to contact, best way to contact me is on Twitter, man. So my Twitter handle is at Maturin Quietly, MATURIN_Quietly, QUIETLY. Hit me up on Twitter, or you can hit me up on Instagram. But if you want to really get in contact with me, Twitter is the best way to do it. And man, right now all I got going on is just trying to grow, within everything, man. Trying to get better with my YouTube channel. Y'all be sure to check out the YouTube channel, Maturin Quietly on YouTube. Check that out. Hopefully we can get a link in the description or something.
Absolutely. Link will be in the description for Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Y'all hit that up and check out my videos. I'm big on feedback though. So if you check out my video, be sure to leave feedback, positive or negative. It don't really matter. I can grow from all that. So it's cool. Yeah, man, definitely. That's what I got going on right now, man. Just trying to grow, get better daily, and create some great relationships. Like me and you, man, we only been talking for a couple weeks, bro, but you real good people, and I truly appreciate the fact that you allowed me to come on your show and do this, man. And you really, to be honest, you don't know this, but I didn't check something off my bucket list because now I got the opportunity to go on a podcast and talk sports, man. So I truly appreciate that, man. I truly appreciate that.
Oh man, no problem. I appreciate you. I just had to get you on before you get big time, and then we have to go through agents and managers and all that.
If I hit big time, man, you got my cell number already. I hit big time, it don't matter. Call me, be like, hey, I need you on the show. We're gonna set something up. We're gonna set something.
Man. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
But we're gonna be big at the same time, man. So we ain't gonna have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna hit at the same time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna put that link. We're gonna for his Twitter, his Instagram, his YouTube channel. We're gonna put that on the description. But y'all get out there, man. Check out my man's channel, man. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all definitely do that. Help his channel grow. And all our videos and audios are gonna end up going up on YouTube as well. So hopefully within the next coming days, we get that up and running too. So y'all definitely be checking for that. With that being said, this your 510 backup power forward. I appreciate y'all listening, taking time out y'all busy days to check us out. God bless.
God bless, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening.